Good morning. It's a chilly fall day out here at Goathead Farm. Came out this week because we finally got someone that was willing to come out and cut the trees down in front of the little house and the totem poles in front of the big house, and needed to meet him out here. Got to bring my son out here with me, which is really cool. He had some time to come out and help me with some stuff. So the main reason was to meet this tree guy, but also a little while ago one of the neighbors stopped by to bring us some watermelon, and I asked him about an old truck that I saw sitting on his property, and it was actually a little Datsun, and I asked him if he knew anything about it, if that was his, and if possibly he wanted it gone. And he wasn't sure what I was talking about, but he said, I'll ask the guy that owned the property before me about it, but I've got a old Chevy square body that I would love to have gone, and my wife would love to have gone. And I asked him about it, and he told me what year it was and what he thought was wrong with it. I thought he told me it was older than it is, but it ends up being, and I'm honestly not sure, I think it's an 81. He said he wanted $300 or $400 for it. And so I had not seen it yet, and my son and I were messing around yesterday with Old Yeller, and I said, you want to take Old Yeller for a drive? And then I got a surprise, and I didn't want to get his hopes up too much, or mine, I guess. And the guy I got it from, he was out working on the farm, and he said, yeah, I'll be home this afternoon. So we went over and took a look at it, and for some reason I didn't video the first time we went over. The second time we went over, I ended up getting a call right when we pulled into his driveway. He wasn't quite home yet, so I was sitting there on a call, and then he pulled up. So I was trying to be on this conference call, and it was really windy, so I hate videoing when it's windy anyways, because wouldn't be able to use the audio. So I did a tour around the truck where it was sitting under this tree next to his Quonset hut. And it was just a walk around video, but it showed where it sat, and it had all flat tires. It shows kind of the shape it was in, which is not good shape really. And I do this a lot. Instead of videoing it, I took a photo with GoPro, and I don't know what that photo looks like yet. So I missed the whole extraction of the truck. It went too smoothly, I guess. He hooked his truck up to the back of it. We pulled it backwards. The steering worked. The brakes worked. There was keys in the ignition, so we were able to unlock the steering. And my son sat in the truck and steered it backwards. The guy that we got it from, being a farmer, I guess, he's got an air compressor on the back of his flatbed, so he aired up the tires. The tires held air. It just went way smoother than we were anticipating, so it was not a very video-worthy extraction. We pulled it backwards, and then I hooked it up to the black Jeep in the front. And I know I probably shouldn't be pulling a truck this heavy with the black Jeep. I think it's got a 3,500 pound towing capacity, and this truck weighs probably at least 2,000 pounds more than that. But I put it in low, 4-wheel drive, and we towed it home on the dirt road, and it's 1.5 miles from where our place is. We were pretty excited once we started looking at it more, and decided let's pop the hood and see what's underneath. I said, well, it's more than likely it's a 305, but we spent the better part of the evening, the two of us, trying to get the hood open, and it ended up being that it was just kind of stuck within its latch, and there's no good way to do it that we could find without just brute force. And so we did finally get the hood open. Trying really hard not to look at Marketplace and buy things on Marketplace or Craigslist. I really want to just find cars that are out, abandoned in fields. They're eyesores for people and they just want them gone. That's probably not going to give me the vehicles that I've wanted or the vehicles that I've always liked over the years, but it's going to give me the opportunity to pull old cars out of fields and try to get them back on the road, which is what I really want to do. But let me give you a little tour of this truck we drug home. It's not the most beautiful vehicle. It's not the most desirable. I do like old square body Chevys, but this one's a little too new for me. I like the 70s. I don't know when the last year I liked, probably 1980, I think. They still made where the front fenders were to where I like them and the grills were to where I like them and all that. Of all square bodies and pre-Chevys, GMCs before that, this has always been the one I thought was the ugliest for some reason because it's got the grill below the headlights. For some reason, all of a sudden, I like the fact that this is the ugly body style or the ugly grill that I never liked with the 305 engine that I never liked. And my dad had a 1983 Blazer with a 305, and we know from experience that engine was just not a strong engine. So we also had an 87 Blazer with a 350, and that was an amazing engine, even though I blew it. So here is a 1981 Chevrolet K10. So that's the really cool thing, is that it's four-wheel drive. And the really cool thing is that it's got John Deere mud flaps. So it came with some nice cabinets and the tailgate, which was good. It has a little bit of damage on it, but we can work with that, I think. There's probably a little Bondo right in here. Should be good. It's got some missing trim here, but I think overall it's not bad. It does have the electronic spark control, which is just, I think, really, really amazing technology. I have no idea what it is, but you can see the body is, this is the good side. And I don't mind this too much. The hood, minus some hail damage, has not been kinked, so as beat up as this truck was, at least they knew how to close the hood. We got a dent here, got a big dent here. Obviously he hit a tree stump or something there. This cream and then white. And it's got a really farm-like interior. The guy had a sock on his rifle rack because I'm sure he was hitting his head on it. It's got no radio in it for some reason. It did have keys. This is where we started with the hood. Wouldn't even pull. The cable wouldn't even pull. So we were thinking if we took that off, maybe it would. We're just trying to figure out how to get the hood open. Oh, look at that. Ooh, a couple belts back here, not too much. Empty pack of cigarettes. A can of garbage. Well, there's the weight of it right there. That's 6,000 pounds. I hope I didn't pull a 6,000 pound truck with my poor little Jeep. So the transmission on the Jeep's going to be shot now. If anyone wants a Jeep, it's for sale, like new. Why did it get parked? He said he doesn't think the transfer case is functional any longer, and so that's why it got parked. But the more I look at it, the more I like it. And it's a long bed, so if I can get it running, and maybe it just needs a new transfer case or a transfer case rebuilt. And we've got a good four-wheel drive farm truck with a long bed that I'm thinking about potentially putting the plow on this and selling the Wagoneer, because I don't have any emotional attachment to the Wagoneer yet. I will as soon as I start working on it and cleaning it up and stuff. So, like I was saying, we cannot get the hood open, and it ended up being, this thing is just locked up, and it just would not let it go. It was just jammed in here. I don't even know what was holding it, but we could not get it open. And so we were trying we're trying to feed a wire around and pull it open, like we watched a couple videos on YouTube where guys were going in and grabbing. Must be for cable's broken, but this cable was okay. It was just, I think it was just honestly it was just seized in this slot. And once we took the brush guard off, which took us a long time, and essentially just it had 4 bolts, the old bumper bolts. We just took those out and couldn't get the bolts off. Didn't have a torch or anything, so I just started turning them until we snapped the bolts. And that was the only way we could get this off, just pure torque. And then we got 2 off with Sawzall. And these are the old bumper brackets. This is the old bumper bracket that's broken. So farm trucks get beat up. This guard is really heavy, so I'm kind of glad to take it off. It kind of looked cool. I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it or not, but it's such a heavy thing. Yeah, I mean, it's probably, I bet it's 80 pounds, 90 pounds. So that being on there, driving around in the pastures, just must have not been good for this truck. It broke the frame mount there, and the other one on the other side is cracked already, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Air conditioning compressor is gone. The heater core has been blocked off, so it's got no heater, it's got no air conditioning. It's got a little rat or little mouse screen in there, which is good. EGR stuff. And the chances of that exhaust valve being open are probably low. The plan today is to go through and clean all this out. Christian wants to vacuum all this out and we'll power wash it off, and we're trying to charge the battery, which won't likely take a charge. We have another battery for it. Of course, these cables are impossible to get on a battery, so I don't know, we're gonna have to get creative with that and probably take the spark plugs out, squirt some oil into the cylinders. We checked the oil last night. It does not look too bad. It's got oil in it. It's got transmission fluid in it. We haven't even tried to spin the engine. Last time it was registered was 2002, January 02. The front tag's easier to read. So January 02 was the last time this truck was registered. And the quick math on that is 21 years. Theoretically, this truck was parked 21. It's been 20 to 21 years. It probably sat under that tree. It might have moved around a little bit. Maybe the guy just drove it a little bit and didn't register it. If you just had a truck that was purely a farm truck that never left the farm, you wouldn't really need to register it. So it might have driven around the farm for 10 years unregistered, but who knows? I mean, it does look like it's been sitting for 20 years. So will the engine turn over? Christian was saying that the odometer was turning when we were driving, so it's showing 71,000 miles. I doubt it's 171. It's just a beat up farm truck. So we'll see if we can get her running and have ourselves just kind of a work truck for the farm. So again, welcome her to the farm. There she is. Thank you guys for being here. Two down. Yay. 6 to go. You know what's awesome? That the spark plugs are coming out. Oh, damn it. Oh.
Coming together.
Looking better already.
Yeah.
What's that? Huh. Looks good though. Glad I got to use it.
Yeah.
Nadia, what are you doing, girl?
No.
Are there any lights or anything? All right, give her a try. Time to throw a little gas in the
Look at that.
carburetor.
Yeah.
Choke's on, huh? Okay. Okay, go ahead. Go for it. Ran out of gas?
No, I just let off the gas pedal.
Oh. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
It runs. Maybe just needed a new starter.
Maybe. Above 13, so probably 14 volts.
I have the battery charger on it.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! It's foggy. Good job.
Yeah, man, you did.
I think she's a runner.
Yeah.
It runs good. You couldn't get it to idle though, huh? But look at, like, there's,
It's probably the bad gas.
look at all the hoses that are,
Yeah.
you know what I just bought? And now I'm thinking I should have bought 2 of them.
Oh, wow.
Now we need to, water pump's working. It should go here.
I think this is said transfer case issue. Might just be the shift select cable.
Rev it up a little bit, see if it goes. Maybe, this might be low on fluid. I dropped the radiator cap, I don't know where it went. Here you go. I don't know where my radiator cap went. It's starting to get hot, we might have to shut it down until we find it. Yeah, go shut it off. See if you can start it without getting in it.
Right. I bet I can. Okay.
I want to drain it. Shoot, I should go into gear. Did you check the fluid? Oh no, you shut it off.
Not yet.
Butter. Did you give it any gas? Wow.
I'm trying to through the window.
Wow, that's awesome.
Definitely low.
bet those miles are legit.
Yeah.
So this engine probably has 71,000 miles on it. That's why it's running good.
Or 171, but either way, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Well, if it's an 81 and it's sat
20 years. It only drove for 20, sat for 20.
probably only has
It's a farm truck. They don't get a lot of miles.